Yo, what's up, Bonehock? Shujinkydink here. Welcome to a video all about Mortal Kombat 12. Still kind of going on these leaks until the Game Awards happen, and then we see whether it's true or not. So I wanted to kind of take this leak that came out that we talked about in the other video, and just kind of build it and like see what the tier list kind of looks like. So we know already who's in Mortal Kombat 11. So we take this roster and we get rid of Joker, Spawn, and these three. So that leaves us with 32 characters. And then I worked out who is missing to actually make a full tier list of the last 3 games, which was what the leak said, that it was like an MK9, MKX, and MK11 kind of mashup. So to get all these characters in, you would need to add Smoke, Sector, Cyrax, Kenshi, Takeda, Tremor, Goro, Quan Chi, Shinnok, Veritor, Tanya, Boraicho, Striker, Reptile, Ermac, and Kung Jin. I don't think I missed any, but someone will let me know in the comments almost for sure if they did. So if we add those two together, we get 48 characters, which means we're missing 2. So what are they doing with the extra 2? That's kind of an exciting thing to think about, you know? Is it a new character, or did I just fuck up my math? I'm pretty sure I got them all correctly. But this got me thinking. If 50 is just the base roster, who would they add to it? Outside of guest characters, we can talk about that another day. But who would they add to it? So this is the pool of characters that we have to choose from that they could probably pull from within the MK universe. Zhu Hao, Jarek, Moloch, Cobra, Onaga, Dairu, Hotaru, Darius, Meat, Taven, Dagon, Blaze, Shujinko, Draman, Havoc, Ashura, Natara, Serena, Movado, Li Mei, Kai, Mocap, Reiko, Motaro, and Chameleon. Now, Chameleon's actually an interesting one to me because this leak said that they're getting rid of gimmick characters like Cyber Sub-Zero and Triborg, and Chameleon really is that type of character where he, she, they, I guess I can say they, because there's 2 versions of the character. They actually have a pretty big fan base. When I was looking for pictures online, there was a lot of fan art of them, so they seem to be a pretty popular character, and if done right, and given their own unique moveset, I think they could be really cool. How they played, though, in the Wii version of the game and the Armageddon version of the game, they really just stole other characters' special moves. It was cool how they kind of changed colors when they was doing like the Ermac lift or Reptiles thing. I think it was a slide they took. So that was really neat, but it would be cool to get a new character from that same race of reptiles in, and just give them their own unique moveset. So I don't know. I think it's possible, but what I did is I made a kind of a list of all the characters here, and I just wanted to, you know, put them on something and say these are who I think will be DLC or put in the game at some point. These maybe, these probably not, and these almost certainly not. So with that said, we're going to get out of the way, and I'm going to take all these characters that I just listed and we're going to put them in the appropriate spots. Okay, so here we have highly likely, likely, unlikely, highly unlikely, or I have no opinion. I don't really care and don't have any idea one way or the other. So let's get into this here. I'm just going to start with however they appear on this list here. Starting with Ashura, I think this character has a lot of potential that they missed out on, and I'm kind of hoping that they do something with her, because there's a couple characters on this list here where I just think that missed opportunity, you know, missed opportunity. I'm just going to put likely. I think it's likely they might do something with her. There are a lot of opportunities, and having said that, I completely skipped over Jarek, who's just chilling over here. That's how forgettable he is, so I'm going to say highly unlikely we'll ever see that character again. Blaze? Okay, so I was talking to Hater about this. They usually have a boss as a pre-order bonus. You know, like kind of a... like they had Shao Kahn, and they had Goro, and Darkseid. So I don't think it's completely out of the question to have Blaze and also Onaga possibly be pre-order bonuses. So I'm just going to put them in likely, because I like that idea. It's likely that I like that idea. Chameleon, like we were talking about, no opinion. I really don't know what they're going to do there, how they're going to factor in that character. Could be Could be something, could be nothing. I have no idea. Kira is a character that I think has a lot of potential as well, but I'm not sure they were really going to want to use her. There were rumors that she was supposed to be in the, I think that Megan Fox was playing her in the second Mortal Kombat movie that they're making, but I think that's just rumors. I'm not sure that NRS was super crazy about the Mortal Kombat movies anyways, or if they want to put Cole Young in the game, you know, so I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens on that spot, but I'm going to put unlikely, but not highly unlikely. Lee May is one I believe they'll probably put in. You know, they gave her a bit of a story thing in MKX and, MKX. And I don't know, she's another cool character. She has had actually a pretty big part in the Deadly Alliance storyline from what I remember. And I think she's just a cool character with some super unique moves, so I would expect to see her at some point in some sort of combat pack. Hopefully they get to a little bit more normalcy and are able to kind of keep them coming a little bit more consistently. Dagon is one that I don't think we'll see again. I mean, it depends where they go story-wise with him, but you know, being the leader of the Red Dragon, I'm surprised they haven't brought that rivalry back between the Red Dragon and the Black Dragon. I just thought that would be a cool line to kind of go down more, because Armageddon was the only one where they really kind of talked about that. So I think it'd be neat, but I really don't see them doing it. Darius, I'm going to say, is highly unlikely. Just kind of forgettable as a character. Had some of those cool gauntlets, though. I did like those. That was kind of fun, but I just don't think we'll see that character again. I think there's a lot of these 3D era characters, they're not even on their radar at this point. They're just kind of like, oh yeah, remember that one character we made? Oof. Don't go down that road again. Havoc is almost certainly needs to be in this game. They've kind of skipped over him so many times, and maybe they were waiting for this game for him to come out. I don't have any idea, but like, he's a fan favorite, and every time there's a discussion about what character should be in Mortal Kombat from the past, Havoc always comes up. Again, super unique, lots of things they could do design-wise with him. So I think it's a huge missed opportunity if they don't put him in the game at this point. Ed Boon has been very clear that he does not like Zhu Hao. Zhu Hao is a highly unlikely. If there was a definitely not option, I'd probably put him in there. And I'm totally okay with that decision too. Kai, I'm going to put in unlikely. Another character who's, I don't know, they didn't flesh him out enough. He was kind of cool and had some unique moves, and if they do, you know, like a Shaolin kind of thing, I think we might see him come back, but I just think not really, I don't know, not unique enough to be put in the game. Chameleon, we talked about, no opinion. Now, I wasn't sure whether to include Kintaro in this, I guess, because, I mean, or whether he would be base roster or in here, because he did appear in MK9, but he wasn't playable. So I'm just going to put him in the no opinion, because I don't really know what their stance is on that character. Hung Jin, I would say probably likely. They included the other two combat kids in MK11, and I think, you know, his design's cool, story's cool. So I think it would be plausible for them to bring him back. Probably not their first choice as far as characters go, but I thought the design was cool and everything was cool. I was actually surprised that him and Takeda didn't make it into MK11. Where's Takeda? Because I think Takeda would be pretty likely to return too. Again, very unique weapons, stories, kind of cool. His personality kind of annoys me, but I don't know, I could get over that. If done properly, I suppose. Who's next here? Meat? No Meat. That was a one and done joke character. I'm glad they did it. I thought it was funny. But, yeah, no Meat. Taven, I would probably put in the same area as Dagon here, where, you know, it depends on what they do with the story, but we probably won't see them back. That's just my guess. And I'm purely guessing on all of this. I have no inside information. I mean, I assume you all kind of knew that, but, you know, sometimes you do have to say things that might be obvious. Draman, highly unlikely not coming back. Just a boring-ass character. No real story relevance or anything at all. And the next one here is one that I really wanted to see. I don't think they're going to bring him back. I'm going to put him in unlikely, is Movado. Because again, with the whole Red Dragon thing, and then he has those cool elastic band things, he's like he can kick you with and move around with. I think there's a lot of fun stuff that could be done with him, and then also reviving the Red Dragon storyline. But again, along the lines of Dagon there, I don't think it's going to happen, but it would be really cool if it did, you know, like 18-year-old me is like, hey, yeah, bring him back. I had a lot of fun playing that character. Moloch is a character who is not coming back. I can say that with most confidence. I think they even hinted at his death in MKX there. So, no, highly unlikely for Moloch to come back. I'm going to say the same with Dairu as well. That character just super forgettable. Well, I can't say forgettable because I do have PTSD from the Tombstone drop in Mortal Kombat Deception. I don't know if any of you remember how bad that was, but it was full screen unblockable launcher. I don't think it was a low. I can't remember. That was a long time ago. I just remember it was like 7 frames. It was super fucking fast and really annoying. But I don't think the character is going to return in any sort of aspect. Hotaru would be cool. I think there's a lot they could do with Hotaru as far as weapon-wise and that kind of thing goes, and story-wise even. Even if they incorporated something with all the realms, which seems plausible with, you know, bringing all this cast back, you know, to kind of going along all the realms, because then you'd have Hotaru and Havoc, you know, kind of button heads again. I think that'd be kind of cool. So unlikely, but I wouldn't rule it out. Mocap, as much as fun as I think it would be, I don't think Mocap's ever coming back. I would love to see the shout out again, but I just think, again, kind of one and done joke character, as much as I would really enjoy and would play that character. Motaro is one that I don't really have an opinion on. At one point they said they didn't have the technology to put a 4-legged character in the game. That was a long time ago though, just due to hitboxes and stuff. But I mean, we have some pretty big characters in the games now, so I mean, I think technology has probably got to the point where they can, but I don't know much about that stuff, so I'm just gonna put them in the no opinion for right now. Cobra? Probably pretty unlikely we'll see Cobra back. I think there's probably a route they could go to make him work, but I don't. I just think that character was a mistake. That was a bad idea by whoever made them up. Another character in my highly unlikely is Natara. Yo, super cool character with kind of the cool little backstory that we didn't really get to hear too much of. And they were in the movie. Natara looked so cool in the movie, and they just killed her off right away. I was so disappointed. But I think that's one character, again, that they could explore lore-wise and move-wise that could be super unique. And another one going into my highly likely is Reiko. The Reiko Accords, if you've read the comics, he's like a big deal in the comics. And again, kind of a cool redesign. It would be kind of a huge missed opportunity if they didn't put him in the game. So very important to the story. Again, kind of super cool moves with his shuriken things that he throws. I don't know. I think he could be a lot of fun. Man, all my highly likely ones are on the bottom. Serena is one that I think they could. There would be missed opportunity if they didn't put her in the game. She looked amazing in MKX story mode. I really wish that she had a moveset. And again, just getting to play her in Armageddon was just freaking awesome. You know, like super fast launcher and some knives that she could throw super fast. She was really obnoxious actually, but I would love to see her come back, and you know, story-wise and that kind of thing. She's fit in. She's even appeared in MKX, which fits the theme of what they're doing here for the last 3 games, so I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic. Who I'm not optimistic about is Shujinkydink, let me tell what. I don't think we'll ever see that character again. Maybe like some reference to him or something, but I would be shocked if we ever saw Shujinkydink as a playable character in a Mortal Kombat game again. Doing one last once over here to make sure I didn't miss any characters. I think that's it. So there you go. That's my list of the 3D era past characters that I think have a chance to make it into the MK12 roster, assuming this leak is true, you know. You can see my top 5 there on highly likely. I think if we get 3 combat packs, that would be like, what, 15 characters, something like that? No, probably less than that, 12 probably. Still, a lot of, there'd be guest characters too. I'll get into that another day, but anyways, what do you think of my list? Are there any characters here that you would be stoked to see in next Mortal Kombat game? Let me know. And subscribe if you're new here, because we're going to keep up on all this new Mortal Kombat 12 or Injustice 3, whatever it turns out to be, news. So we'll keep you in the loop. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, because it really helps me out, and subscribe if you haven't, because I make new videos almost every single day. Hashtag bonehawks, all that stuff, and we'll see all you guys in the next video.
Accept your death.